All right. Good evening, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us live today on this webinar about the new vocabulary assignments feature that we have on Seneca. My name is Flavia, and this is Amelia. We're both here to show you around this new feature, answer any questions that you have, hear any suggestions that you have. But before we get started, I always do this. Let's just spend 20 seconds making sure that everybody can hear me. So if there's anybody there that can hear me, please type something on the chat. Just type a yes on the chat, please, if you can hear me okay. I'll just wait 20 seconds.
Always a nerve-wracking 20 seconds.
It is. There you go, Linda. Thank you so much.
Perfect.
Yeah, perfect. Great. So, okay, so let's get started. So we talk about the vocabulary assignments. They are Seneca's brand new feature. We launched literally last week. So it's super, super, super brand new. You are basically the first people to hear about it. And it is done at the moment exclusively for English teachers, so for you. So like I said, this is me. I am the head of education at Seneca, and Amelia is one of our product managers. So any questions that you have after this webinar, any criticism, any suggestions, anything, just send us an email and we'll be happy to help. And also we'll cover there later on. But if you have a vocabulary list that you use in your school and you want us to add those words to the platform, send them to us and we'll do our best to do that. We're very happy. We've already added lots of different lists from different schools. So if you have a list, a glossary or key term organizer, whatever it's called, just send it to us and we'll add them to our platform. Cool. And then because this is on YouTube, you cannot talk with your voice with us, but you can still interact with us. So just use the YouTube chat. Any questions, any comments, just type them away. And one of us will pause the other one so that we can answer them live. And the final thing before we actually get started, this webinar will remain available on the same link on YouTube. So YouTube automatically records live webinars and turn them into normal videos. So if any of your colleagues could not be here today live, just copy this URL, send it to them, and they can watch it whenever they have the time. Cool. Great. So just as a very, very quick recap, these slides are super quick. We already had a lot of things for English teachers on Seneca. So we used to have English language courses, we had English literature courses, we had exam questions and mini-mocks to help the CSC and A-level students to prepare for the tests. And we had hardest questions, which were evaluation, analysis, synthesis questions. And all of those things were exam board specific, adaptive, and gamified. All of those things are still there. We haven't removed anything, but we realized that we had one very big thing missing on Seneca, which was vocabulary. So I'm going to be very quick here because you know this better than we do. But vocabulary is one of the building blocks for everything else in language. So you need vocabulary to be able to understand the language, to read, to write, to express yourselves. Vocabulary allows students to access and understand the information, to build comprehension skills, and to unlock other skills, not only in English, but also in other subjects as well. Super important. Actually, we did a little survey before we started to create this feature, and over half of the teachers said that lack of vocabulary was the biggest barrier for students to develop their English skills. So based on all of that, we decided to create a feature that was specifically designed to expand students' vocabulary, help them master key terms, and boost their literacy skills. So let's take a look on this. Cool. So I will start on the teacher platform, and then I will show you what the students will see when they are using this feature. On the teacher platform, it actually looks very similar to what you're already doing. We did this on purpose on teacher side and on the student side. We didn't want to create any extra barrier for anybody to access this feature. So it looks exactly like normal Seneca. It's just a little bit different, but mostly the same. So if you are a teacher, you want to create a vocabulary assignment, you go on create assignment, as you always do. You pick your class, as you always do. But now you see here that we have a fourth type of assignment, and that's the new part, which is called vocabulary. So you will click on vocabulary, and you will see For the courses that you have, here I only have these two, but this is available for all of our English Key Stage 3, GCSE, and A-level courses. So whatever you're teaching, you'll find that feature there. You'll see a list of hundreds, literally, of words that we have on the platform. You can preview all of them if you want. And then basically, as you do with the normal topics, you just pick the ones that you want and set an assignment. You can pick them one by one. You can ask the platform to select 5 of them, completely random, if you just want students to practice vocabulary, but nothing specifically. Or you can just search for them directly here. So if I want melancholy, for example, see, and I'll just add those words. I want to talk to you that we have different types of words. So we have like words such as ambiguous or as authoritarian or bleak or caste, but we also have words that are more technical. So for example, body language or characterization or colloquialism. So we go from tonal words to words that are specific to Christmas Carol or to Macbeth, to technical terms. We have a bit of everything. So whatever you are teaching, whatever you are covering, you will find them here on these. And if you cannot find them, like I said before, if you have a list of words that you use in your school, just send them to us and we will do our best to enter them to the platform. Cool, so we've picked the words. I'm gonna go with next. And then same thing again, you just choose the name, the date, the start date, the due date, the students, create, and that's normal again. Cool. So let's see what it looks like on the student side in a minute. But before, I wanted to show you this. So again, it will be exactly like you're used to. As soon as students finish their assignment, you will see their progress report here. So you'll see, for example, this person did 90%, 100%, 80%. This person did 67 in each of them. This person did not complete. And here you have, if you hover over the word 1, you see that it was hero, word 2 was villain, and you get to see the scores of all of your students, just like you do in normal topics. Does anybody has any question? Just let us know in the chat. If not, I will continue with what you see on the student side of Seneca. So again, very similar to what they're used to. They will see that Miss Amelia have set an assignment, and that includes 2 words for them to do, and it's due on 18th of December, 4 p.m. So I'll click on Start Assignment, and this is me on the student platform now. Good. So I will continue my assignment here. The structure of these vocabulary sections are structured to be pretty much the same for all the words. We'll start with the definition of the word. So the word melancholy is a deep, persistent sadness or sorrowful mood. And then we have a few example sentences that use that word in a sentence. Then we will continue and we'll have 3, 4 different types of questions that students will have to answer here. The first one is the definition. So what is the definition of that word that they just learned? Then they will see a synonym question. So what words are synonyms of that word that they just learned? And it will be gloom in this. Then they will see antonym questions. So what words are antonyms of that question, that word that they just learned? And in this case, it would be yes. And then, which is the nicer one, is that they will see how to use that word in a sentence. So which of the following sentences use the word correctly? And then we have, as the summer holidays ended, a feeling of melancholy settled over the students. The comedian's jokes were so funny that everyone was in fits of melancholy. After receiving the good news, Priya was filled with melancholy and couldn't stop smiling. When the team won the championship, the crowd erupted in melancholy. So this one is this one. But you can see that we try to, just a second. We've tried to really make sure that students have to read So it's nothing as obvious as it could be. Everything they have to read, the sentences, they're all nicely created so that the distractors are plausible, have the same length, have the same structure, have the same format. So the students really have to read and think about the answers before answering them. I'll click on this one. And I'll just go over the next word just to show you one more thing. So yeah, clap, clap. I did really well. Continue. Next word. Again, so I have sympathy, definition, example sentences. And then let's say that I get something wrong here. You will tell me, like traditional Seneca, you will tell me that I was wrong. You will tell me what the right answer was supposed to be. So again, we're not trying to punish students for being wrong. We're trying to help them learn something. Then I will continue. I will pick also a wrong one. Antonym is just clicking everything wrong, but you'll see that because I got the questions wrong, I will see those questions again. So again, it's adaptive Seneca. If I get it right, I won't see it again. If I get it wrong, I will see it again. But not forever, so there's a limit here. I won't be stuck in a loop. I'm just clicking anything to show you. And then in the end, you'll see that this time we didn't do as well as before. And again, everything that students do here will be automatically displayed to you on your teacher platform. Any questions?
Yeah, we've got one from Emma. So Emma's asked, can we search for any word or topic, or does it have to be selected to a specific course? So the example that Emma gave was if the students aren't studying A Christmas Carol, but she wants them to know the word melancholy, can she still search for that in another Key Stage 3 course?
Yes. At the moment, all the words that we have for Key Stage 3, they will be found for whatever Key Stage 3 course you have in your class. So it doesn't matter if you have the Christmas Carol or blanking on all the texts that we have for Key Stage 3.
Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone.
Any of them, Mice and Men. So any of them, or if you have the language course, that also works. If you have the decoding, if you have the SPEG course, whatever course you have, as long as it's an English course, you will see the words to that key stage linked to that course. So it doesn't have to be Christmas Carol. It can be any of them.
Yeah. It's basically one big glossary bank for each of the key stages. So yeah, you can search and use all those words as you'd like. And then Linda has asked if the school has specific words they'd like the students to know, can they set it up with us? So I guess, yeah, the answer to this you've already hinted at earlier, Flavia, but Flavia's got an amazing team working away at the moment, adding loads of words to the platform, and we'd love to make sure that we're catering for as many schools as possible. So if you've got a list that you'd like to send over to us and you'd like to see in the platform that are specific to the words that you teach in school, then you can send them over to either myself or Flavia. So I'm just going to type our emails in the chat for everyone. But if you send them over to us, then we'll be able to set those up for you. There we go. Just sent the emails in the chat, so you should be able to see those now. Although they have merged slightly. There we go. Second time lucky, there's a space between our emails now.
Any other questions or suggestions or anything you want to know? Yeah. So Charlotte saying we are interested in teaching tier 2 words contextually by subject, especially command words. Yeah, we do have command words as part of the glossary. So you'll be able to find them there as well. But again, if you have, like I said, we just launched, so there are many, many words that still need to be added. We have about 700 words, if I'm not wrong, at the moment. but the plan is to have infinite words. So if there's anything that we're missing, just send us the list and we'll do our best to add them ASAP. So you will find, Charlotte's asking, will I find those words under language? You'll find them anywhere. So it's the same thing. It doesn't matter. Let me go back to my teacher platform. As long as you have a class that has some kind of English course linked to the class, you will see the vocabulary assignment. And you will see all the words that we have linked to that key stage. So if you have a key stage 3 course, you'll see all the key stage 3 words that we have. If you have a key stage 4 course, you'll see all of them. You have both, you'll see all of them combined. So you don't need to have a specific language course linked. Just as long as it's English, you'll see the feature.
And a quick answer for Emma, we've got Key Stage 3, Key Stage 4 and Key Stage 5 words available. So whichever key stage you're teaching at secondary school level, any courses there, any classes, you'll be able to see the vocabulary option.
Yeah.
And so Dan's just asked, will there be scope for feedback after an initial period? So absolutely yes. Basically, this is our first draft of this feature. We're going to be investing a lot of engineering time within our team, making it better over the next few months. So any feedback is massively appreciated. Those same email addresses I sent earlier, if you've got any feedback or want to hop on a call to give some feedback or discuss anything, please do get in touch, because it's invaluable hearing from teachers like you how we can improve it. We've already got our first round of improvements for the new year kind of lined up, ready to go, to keep making it better for you. So yeah, this is, imagine what it's going to be in 6 months' time.
And then Stuart also said it's also going to be good as a tutor as well, because you can set assignments for Key Stage 3 student. Yes, you can use it as a teacher, you can use it as a student, as a tutor, sorry. As long as you have, that's the only requirement really, have an English course linked to your class. You'll have it ready to use. And then Charlotte's asking, maybe Amelia knows the answer, is there a limit to how big a class can be?
Off the top of my head, I think it's something around 100, but I can't remember the exact number off the top of my head right now. I will try and find it before the end of the webinar. So bear with me on that one, Charlotte.
Yeah, but whatever limit is not about vocabulary. It's just the normal Seneca limit that it's always been there. Yeah, the vocabulary is just an extra feature for the English teachers. They are using Seneca. Good. Any other comments or questions, or already if anybody has any suggestions you want to say to us right here, right now, we're happy to hear.
I've just double checked, Charlotte, and it's 200 students. That's the maximum size a class can be.
Hopefully none of you have 200 students in a class.
It'd be impressive.
Do you know what IXL is, Amelia? Sorry, I don't know what that is. We have to Google it. Right, so Sarah says, will there be scope for Key Stage 3 book vocabulary list to be added? Yes, we're already adding it. So this week we have added words for Christmas Carol, definitely. And we have added words for Othello. I know that's not Key Stage 3, but we have added words for Othello and Macbeth. And we already have lists for Great Gatsby. So yeah, we're just adding them as we go. We're a small team, as always on Seneca. We're a small team. We're just doing things as fast as we can, but we're not a huge group of people. But yes, definitely having literary words specific to each text that you cover. Yes, on the plan, already happening. But yeah, if I can even show you just a few that I know off the top of my head. But if I go on, like, set a new assignment. So I know for Christmas Carol, for example, we've added words such as apparition. It's already here. I definitely know that's a Christmas Carol word. That's the only one I remember off the top of my head, but definitely already there. Anything else? Thanks so much for the questions and the comments. And again, this same link here, oh, not this, I don't have the YouTube link open, but the URL that you're seeing, copy, send it to your department, to your colleagues, so they can watch this and learn as well. And if you're still setting homework, I know it's a tricky time of the year, but if you're still setting assignments to your students, try it with them, and then give us some feedback, and we'll try to get it done still before the end of the year, but definitely in January.
Absolutely. And Sarah's just mentioned a couple of specific texts that she'd be looking for specific vocabulary for. And so, yeah, again, if you have specific requests like that, and particularly if you've got a list of words for the text that you teach, please do send them over. I've just popped our email addresses in the chat again. Please don't hesitate to get in touch. We'd love to hear from you, get your word list, get your glossaries. That would be, yeah, all of that's really appreciated.
Cool. Let's wait one more minute, see if anybody has any further final comments or questions. But thank you so much to everybody for joining us this afternoon. Particularly in the either final or penultimate week before Christmas, depending on term times. It's, yeah, especially appreciated. Yeah, so Bill's asking if this is for English as a foreign language, second language teachers. Yes, again, the only requirement to use this feature is that you have a class with the English course linked to that. That's all. You can use it for any type of students that you have. As long as you have an English course linked to your class, you'll have that feature available for you. And it's free. Yeah, I don't know if I mentioned that, but this feature is free for everybody.
Well remembered.
Cool. So thank you so much again, everybody, and have a great holiday period. And let us know again, any comments, any questions, any list of words, send it to us. And we're looking forward to hearing what you are doing with this feature in your students.
Thanks so much, everyone.
Bye.